Good morning, Oracles. My goodness, 2 days in 1 week where I get to wear the green shirt. What a nice day we had yesterday, up almost 5% to 658. We saw a bit of a pullback after hours with Nvidia reporting their earnings. They beat earnings, but they gave weaker guidance than expected. And I mean, we're already expecting that for Tesla. So kind of expected, not a big deal. But other good news that we got was Elon released in a filing with the SEC that he now has enough funding secured that there is no longer a need for Tesla to be on margin. So we don't have to worry about that. The fears that we had, which were very minimal fears to begin with, are now gone. So no longer is there a margin issue going on with the acquisition of Twitter. This is, of course, now looking like the Twitter deal is still moving forward, despite the fact that there's a lot of questions that are up in the air about this. So Twitter had their board meeting. We don't know what's going on for sure yet. If you guys have heard anything, please share in the comments below. But the more important stuff that I found out yesterday in a tweet from Elon in reply to Omar over there, Elon says Tesla has the potential to be the most valuable company ever. Now, thinking about that, if you go back to ever, Omar had also tweeted out, all the different companies. And you look at the Dutch East India Company at $8.28 trillion. So Elon is expecting us to be more valuable than that. So again, I know during these times where the stock is beat down, there's a lot of uncertainty, so much negativity and drama going on. You gotta sift through all that. You have to look towards the future and see what is the potential. This is what Elon sees as the potential. Now, of course, it's going to come down to, do you believe that Elon can take us there? That's only up for you to decide. I am a believer that we are going to get there. That's why I invest the way I do, because I do feel that Tesla has the potential to be the most valuable company ever. And he also said that when Tesla's market cap producing sustainable energy products exceeds that of Aramco producing fossil fuel products, you know the Earth is in for a great future. So looking at that, Saudi Aramco is at 1.82 trillion right now. So when we get to that point where Tesla is overtaking that, which could potentially be in the next 2 to 3 years, we have turned that corner. So, there's a lot going on, a lot in the macro. Oil right now is, as a lot of us are saying, on their swan song. They are on their last hurrah. The Saudis, they bought Lucid, tons and tons of Lucid. They basically own the company. So when you've got that going on, even they see that we are switching over to renewable energy in the future. They're just getting as much as they can out of oil right now until we make that transition. And while Apple was the first company in recent history to hit $3 trillion, the entire market has pulled back. I think Tesla is going to be the first company to hit $4 trillion. Now, yes, that means that Tesla needs to have significant exponential growth over the next 3 to 4 years to be able to overcome that, but I think they can do it. Personally, I think that Tesla, where it's at, is still at the very bottom of their S-curve, and they're going to take off and they're just ramping up. Whereas Apple right now is pretty close to the top of their S-curve. If they can pull off an Apple car, it's not going to be till like 2025 or 2026. And even then, it's going to be so late in the game, it's not going to do a lot to really, exponentially grow their S-curve. They're really just going to kind of continue the growth of the company, in my opinion. So there's really no other companies out there that I can see that are going to do this. And I can definitely see in the next 3 to 4 years, there's going to be a huge transition and disruption of the FANG stocks. If you guys haven't watched it, you could check out the video with Vin and I. We did our Tesla Weekly episode 13. I will link it in the comments. And we had discussed some of that, how, when you get into disruption like it is right now, you get to turn over all of these top companies that were all of the safe plays that you were in. Go back 20 years ago, how many of the FANG stocks actually even existed? Not many. Amazon was just a little baby at the time. Apple was, struggling and clinging to hold on for dear life, that was really it. There wasn't much going on. They all just came about in the last 20 years. Bring on Tesla, if you look at these stocks where the first, 10 years or so of their existence, they really weren't doing much, then they became that staple play that you wanted to be in. Tesla is on that track. Tesla has already been coined with many of the FANG stocks. So I believe Tesla is going to be one of the first ones getting in there. I think Nvidia is also going to be a huge player in the FANG stocks in the future. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think are going to be the new FANG stocks and what you think that acronym is going to be. So I'll try to put mine together and share it with you later, but that just came into my head right now based on the conversation I had with Vin, and realistically, that's the direction that we're headed. I don't think Facebook is going to last much longer. Amazon, I think, is going to do well, but even Amazon is starting to fade a little bit. Netflix is showing some signs of fading. Sure, they can all turn it around, but, you see history when you go through history. Think Xerox, IBM. Those used to be huge staple companies that used to be the old FANG stocks. And where are they now? They're nowhere to be found. They're just shells of their former selves, and that's it. And that's what's going to end up happening with all these companies. It's just how we cycle through history. And you can even talk about Tesla and say, yes, I believe that Tesla has the potential to become the most valuable company in history. But the Dutch East Trading Company was also that, and they don't exist anymore either. So sure, maybe 100 years from now, maybe less, Tesla might not exist. But exists right now, and right now, Tesla, I believe, is going to have that potential in our lifetimes to be the most valuable company in history. And I want to be a part of that. And there's been a nice little tweet going around out there as well, just showing how Tesla and the volatility trade and how it's traded over the last few years. In 2019, the stock dropped 50% and then recovered to all-time highs. In 2020, it dipped 50% and then recovered to all-time highs. In 2021, it dipped 35% and then recovered to all-time highs. Currently, we are now down 36% from all-time highs. And we are most likely going to be reaching all-time highs yet again. This is just a cycle that we go through. Now, yes, this time around, slightly different, not much different than 2019, but, obviously we have a very heavy macro environment right now with the rates going up, inflation being very high, lots of drama and uncertainty going on in the macro environment, and there's the drama that's going on with Tesla specifically. But we've had this in the past. We've had it in 2018 and 2019. We're having it again now. It's just part of just being an owner of a Tesla stock. It's part of the deal. You've got to be able to ride these things out because every single time you just hold and you ride it out, and then we go back to all-time highs. But every single time we dip, everybody gets this fear and panic that, oh my God, Tesla, the run's finally over. Every single time. Can I guarantee that this time is going to be any different? No, I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee that we will recover. But again, looking at historical data for the company and the stock, this is what happens. So yes, I'm going to continue investing the way I invest because even if we fall further, I still see that Tesla has the potential to be the most valuable company this world has ever seen. And what will take Tesla there? Well, we've got obviously EVs to start, then we are going to have robotaxis, and energy, and artificial general intelligence, and Optimus. Yes, many of these things have not actually come to light to reality yet. And I emphasize yet, because I do believe that they are all going to come to reality, and that is the potential that we see to make Tesla the most valuable company in the world. Let me know in the comments below, do you think Tesla has the potential to become the most valuable company this world has ever seen? And if so, how high do you think it's going to be valued, and how long do you think it's going to take before it gets there? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Thank you so much. Have a great one.